My best friend stole my identity for 5 years. I discovered her $300,000 fraud and jailed her. My best friend Chloe was like a sister to me. We shared everything, including an apartment for a year. Then I started getting strange calls about overdue bills I never incurred, and my credit score plummeted. After a year of financial nightmares, I discovered Chloe had been using my social security number, opening credit cards in my name, and racking up over $300,000 in debt while I thought she was my friend. She stole my identity, ruined my credit, and put my life in financial ruins. But I sued her for identity theft and fraud, sending her to federal prison and reclaiming every penny. It started subtly. I'd get collection calls for a store credit card I didn't have. I assumed it was a scam. Then my student loan application was denied due to poor credit history, even though I had always paid my bills on time. When I checked my credit report, it was a nightmare. Dozens of unknown accounts, maxed out credit cards, and a credit score that had dropped from 800 to 450. Someone had stolen my life. I immediately filed a police report and contacted all 3 credit bureaus. The credit bureaus couldn't give me specific details due to privacy laws, only that the accounts were opened with my social security number. The police told me it was difficult to track down identity thieves. I felt helpless. Then a pattern emerged. Many of the fraudulent accounts were from stores Chloe loved, high-end boutiques, electronic stores, and even a travel agency where she booked a luxury vacation that I knew she couldn't afford. The addresses linked to some of these accounts were old addresses we had shared when we lived together. A chilling thought crept into my mind. Could it be Chloe? It felt impossible. She was my confidant, my family. I called the fraud departments of the banks that issued the credit cards. One bank agreed to send me the application forms for the most recent fraudulent card, but I had to pick them up in person at their branch. When I saw the application, my heart sank. The signature was a crude forgery of my name, but the handwriting on the rest of the form, the address, the phone number, was undeniably Chloe's. My best friend was the thief. I was heartbroken, furious, and terrified. I immediately moved out of our shared apartment. I didn't confront her. I went straight to a lawyer specializing in identity theft. My lawyer explained the severe legal ramifications. Identity theft is a federal crime. We immediately filed a civil suit against Chloe for fraud, identity theft, and emotional distress. We also provided all our evidence to the police, who escalated it to the FBI due to the amount of money involved. During the discovery phase of the civil suit, we subpoenaed Chloe's bank records and personal devices. The evidence was overwhelming. Text messages. We found text messages where Chloe bragged to another friend about living large on OP's dime and how she had access to my SSN from when we filled out a lease application together. Spending patterns. Her bank statements showed massive cash withdrawals immediately after her credit card balances were paid off using my fraudulent accounts. The shredded evidence. The FBI raided her new apartment and found fragments of shredded credit card statements in her trash. Statements clearly belonging to me, but addressed to her. Chloe, faced with irrefutable evidence, tried to flee the country, but the FBI had already put a red flag on her passport. She was arrested at the airport, ironically with a ticket she bought using my stolen credit card. She was charged with multiple federal felonies for identity theft and wire fraud. In civil court, a judge granted a summary judgment in my favor, ordering Chloe to pay back the full $300,000 she stole, plus $150,000 in punitive damages for emotional distress and legal fees. Chloe was sentenced to 5 years in federal prison and ordered to pay restitution for the rest of her life. My credit score took 2 years to recover, but I got every penny back and more, knowing the friend who betrayed me was behind bars. The lesson? Identity theft is a profound violation, especially when it's by someone you trust. Always check your credit report annually. If your credit score suddenly drops or you get bills for unknown accounts, act immediately. Don't confront the suspect. Gather evidence discreetly. The key is proving access to your personal information, SSN, birth date, and matching handwriting or spending patterns. File a police report, contact the credit bureaus, and hire a lawyer who can help freeze assets and pursue both civil and criminal charges. Your financial future depends on vigilance.